Assalamualaikum. Hai. Selamat datang ke podcast with Panji The Boss edition. Okey. Hari ni kan Panji ada special guest. But before I go to my special guest, Panji nak intro dulu sikit tempat ni, okey. Tempat ni is a lake house wedding venue for wedding event. For your wedding needs. It's a one-stop wedding needs for venue, of course venue, termasuk dengan food decor and also your food catering services. Kalau you tambah sikit kan, you will get your bridal and photography services. Okay, before Panji start bring him on board kan, Panji nak mention sikit dia punya title lah sikit. Okay, first title, dia is a board member of SMCCI. Second title, he's the CEO of MSR Interior Design, been recognized as the first Malay ID to be part of the RCMA member, the first Malay. Okay, the next title, Managing Director of NSR Management Private Limited. Last but not least, he's the Director of SR Coaching and Mentoring Academy. 4 title sekali. So busy, and yet he still have the time to come and meet me and do this podcast with me. Selamat datang Bos Syahira.
Terima kasih everyone. Assalamualaikum semua. My name is Syahira Ruajat. I'm from people know me as MSR Interior Design lah. That's my name. They call me MSR, which is Muhammad Syahira Ruajat. It's under MSR Interior Design. Yeah, so my other business is just subsidiary business lah.
Okay bos, today kan kita nak congkil dia punya experience, nak get tips from him about his punya ID company lah. More about his ID company. Yang lain semua maybe next podcast kita buat. Boleh bos?
Boleh, insyaAllah, okay, no problem.
Terima kasih. Okay, but first let me ask you, you are the first member in RCMA. As a Malay RCMA, in RCMA, what is that?
Okay, RCMA is a renovation contractor material association lah. Okay. So is dalam member tu semua, most of them are bukan bangsa kita lah, bukan bangsa Melayu, dia bangsa Chinese. So we are the first Malay ID to be in RCMA, which is in 2020. We got this accreditation from this association, and then bila I masuk pun I terperanjat bila dorang cakap that wah, you are the first Malay to be in RCMA. Yeah. So it's a good association. We learn a lot from them. There's a few tips lah yang orang kasih juga, and most of the director and even the presidents are the owner of a interior company, renovation company. Yes. Okay. So basically not any Tom, Dick and Harry boleh masuk this as a member lah. Only those good one lah. For RCMA, it's not like that lah. Basically we have to apply and then we have to go certain process yang dorang check our company, everything lah. So besides that, we are also a Case Trust member. MSR Interior Design is a Case Trust accredited company. So for those of you out there yang sign up with us, you don't need to worry about your deposit. It's being secured by Case Trust. In anything happen in the process of renovation, anything happen, kalau there's a misunderstanding between us, what you can do is can also report to Case Trust. So that's why I always believe a business with a face is a business you can trust.
The boss face lah.
The business is with a face with a business you can trust lah.
Okay boss. Okay guys out there, kenapa Panji invite Boss Syahiran untuk talk about in this podcast? Because in the journey as a newly wedding couple kan, after you planning your wedding, then you need to buy a house. The journey of buying a house, mesti nak ada ID company, mesti nak get a ID company. Takkan you nak buat renovation sendiri kan? So that's why kita get brother Boss Syahiran ni untuk bagi tips about how to tak boleh elak daripada kena tipu lah.
Betul.
Okay, about kena tipu tu Bos, saya ada satu statement lah. Statement boleh. Ataupun satu soalan
Statement ni mungkin saya dah selalu dengar.
Dah selalu dengar
Okay. Sebelum you tanya, saya rasa ada dapat tahu.
Dapat tahu Okay, tapi saya nak bagi tahu, nak cakap juga.
Okay, boleh.
Mana-mana kita pergi kan, orang kata bila kita cakap ambil company Ali bin Dul, the bin tu gitu, ada Melayu punya company. The next statement coming out from them, jangan ambil company Melayu lah, semua penipu. Betul tak? That one dah biasa kita dengar, bos.
Betul, biasa dengar.
So what's your take in this? Is it been stereotype ataupun memang ke Melayu ni semua penipu?
Okay, basically I touch on this. Basically this is about stereotyping lah. Okay, actually not all Malay companies are penipu, ataupun bukan semua orang penipu. So for example, if you have 10 Malays in a place, you tak boleh labelkan semua orang Melayu ni semua tak boleh dipercaya. Sedangkan wedding, kita still need a Malay company. Betul. Why a renovation kita perlu kata Melayu tipu and all that. So that's why MSR Interior Design move to that direction where kita hear this type of stereotyping. Yang orang cakap yang company Melayu tak mau ambil company Melayu, all that kan. So that's why what I do is that I go out to get all this accreditation. So for example, we are under RCMA, we are Case Trust accredited, we are Singapore Malay Chamber, we are under Singapore Malay Chamber, we are also Idea of the Year and Business Trust Award. So we get all these award so that we can senangkan hati pengguna atau pelanggan kita. Lebih confident lah. Pasal kalau let's say we don't have all this accreditation, yes, people, if you ask me, I'm a Malay myself, kalau pergi keluar pun I tengok, takut. The stereotype will have lah in us also. Tapi bila kita tengok the company ada accreditation, everything they have, so why we worry? Betul tak? Betul. We have Case Trust, we have RCMA, we have Best Idea of the Year. And even though kalau you tengok dekat MSR punya Facebook page, you can see my face also down there. So I won't run away. I will be there forever, insyaAllah. So dia tak boleh lari. So to stereotype, kita memang tak boleh elakkan lah. But for me, my company, what we do is that we go out and get all this accreditation so that our bakal customer understand and they believe, they have faith in us to do their home renovation.
Yes. Bukan everybody is penipu lah. Dalam 10 mungkin satu lah. So that's why is my next question. Sebab kalau kita nak cakap Melayu je penipu, I think that's not a fair.
Yes, that's not fair statement lah.
Okay, I think it's not fair to accuse Melayu je menipu lah. I think in every level, every jenis, every colour mesti ada penipuan yang berlaku lah kan.
Yalah, okay, for example what Panji say is true. Pasal apa you all tengok there's a lot of Malay ID pun, not only MSR lah. If you see renovation contractor, even see yang dekat Juchat area, Roslan renovation contractor, Fatima Design Studio,
they've been there for very long.
Medina Private Limited, Craft by Tree, all of them are Malay company, but they are a trustworthy company also. You see, it's not that I'm selling my company only. I have to tell you that they are also a good company. So when I say that, means there's a lot of trustworthy company. They are good bosses. I know them well. We meet sometimes for coffee. We sit down. Like macam I forget to mention MA Concept also. So they are all good company.
Good Malay company.
Good Malay company. Actually, there's a lot more good Malay company. So to stereotype by saying all, it won't be fair for kita lah. Memanglah we are business owner. It won't be fair for us, but at the end of the day, we cannot stop people from saying.
Betul.
Just to make sure that, to let you all know, there's a lot of Malay ID yang trustworthy down there. For example, I maybe touch on 2019, yang there's an article regarding 99 contractors tipu 99, renovation. 99 renovation contractor yang tipu. 99? Dalam 99 only, sorry to say, but only one Malay. One Malay company. So 99, not all, bukan semua bangsa kita. Jadi to stereotype bangsa kita penipu is not fair. Pasal macam saya kata lah, there's a lot of Malay ID yang kita kenal out there is trustworthy.
Trustworthy and really want to help you guys.
Yes, betul.
So that's why this podcast is how to avoid the funny ID, the penipunya ID. Because let's proceed to the question. Next question, where maybe can help you to your journey to find a good ID. The what boss say, the trustworthy ID. Okay, the next my next question is about the contract, the fine line in between the quotation. Okay, what kita ni sebagai client need to know, right? So kita tak akan quotation tu diputarbalikkan, because sometimes your ID punya words is very macam general, but actually end of the day kalau kita tak betul-betul faham, kita yang kena.
Yes.
So what are the things that we need to look out from your perspective yang
basically when you guys, this is a normal process for couples ataupun orang yang nak buat renovation. The process is like, for example, you all dah what the customer will always, usually do, dorang akan pergi to a few contractors. Dorang pergi ID ni, they go to this renovation company, they go and check, pasal they go for price recce lah. So after you get price recce, that is where you tengok. The most important part, when you tengok the quotation, you have to see the details on what works is included. Basically the term and condition is at the later part lah. We first talk about the quotation first. For example, you are being quoted with this, for example 20 feet kitchen cabinet, all this. So you have to baca betul-betul whether it's a supply labor ataupun supply and install. This is the term that you all have to know.
Supply labor, supply install. Apa tu beza dia?
So for example, if supply labor usually is at the toilet area lah. Toilet area, maybe I can say one term, supply labor to install fan at living room, for example. So supply labor to install fan at living room, the customer have to know that I'm supplying labor, I'm not supplying the fan.
This is the part where they can play with the words, is it?
It's not that they play with the words lah. Means customer have to really baca betul-betul. Pasal kadang-kadang this ID firm, we actually tell you all in the quotation, but customer take in a different angle. Diorang ingat kita kasih fan. No, you have to read carefully. So when you get the quotation, what you do is ask them, ask the contractor atau ask the ID, can I check with you, yang ni supply labor ke supply to install? Supply labor macam tadi kata, you buy the fan, we supply the labor to install for you. Tapi kalau I letak sana supply and install, then I'm supplying the fan, I'm also installing the fan for you.
That means dia punya quotation is termasuk beli the fan for
the owner. Yes,
pasang sekali.
Yes, betul. So when you all read the quotation, that part semua you all nak kena understand, that supply labor, supply to install, labor to install, all that must understand. This is the general term lah that we see in the market. But then, like I say, to the terms and condition, that part you have to read ni. Pasal different companies have different terms. You have to follow. For example, during this COVID period, you have to understand that some works are delay lah, because of the contractors, manpower issue from Malaysia kan. So what's going to happen is that in the terms and condition, diorang akan letak clearly that the works will be in berapa months. Usually what I see, some of the renovation company, they put it 120 days. 120 days is actually 3 months lah. 4 months lah. 120 days, which is 4 months. So ada company letak 90 days. So you can read the terms and condition. So before you sign everything, the terms and condition is not panjang macam nak beli rumah punya terms and condition. So it's just a 2-page terms and condition. Go and read properly. Make sure that you guys clear things out with your ID. If you are not sure, these are some tips for homeowner yang nak dapat rumah. What you all do is, let's say you all not sure of the terms and condition, just give your ID a call. Just give them a call and ask them whether, guys, can I check with you this terms and condition? Apa, maybe you want to explain to me. Or lagi bagus, when you are there, ask them to run through with you the terms and condition. You have to read the terms and condition carefully. Pasal I don't want the homeowners, lagi-lagi yang orang baru kahwin, baru dapat rumah, after that they kena macam gini lah. So it's not nice lah. And then for example, for company with Case Trust accredited like MSR Interior Design, kita ada Case Trust. Your deposit is actually protected by Case Trust. So let's say when you sign with us, sekali in few days lepas signing, you rasa, I tak nak buat ni kerja lah, maybe we minus off a few works from this quotation, you can contact back the ID and we can cancel it off. So how we practice is that in MSR, what we practice is, even though it's after 3 days, under Case Trust is within 3 days, you kalau cancel, kita can still return you back the money. But then in
does
MSR,
it apply to all IDs or only
for Case Trust ID, For case trust. So company ada case trust. Nanti you all tengok case trust tu kat bawah nanti ada Abang Panji letak logo satu. Case trust. So for case trust ID, you all kalau sign, kalau you all cancel within 3 days, we have to return you the full deposit amount.
Oh, that means they don't want to use your ID.
Let's say okay, satu hari Ahmad datang kat company MSR, dia nak buat renovation, and then dia dah okay everything, dia sign. Sekali dia balik malam, talking to the wife, they decided not to do the renovation because of they need some money urgently to do other things lah. So they can just give us a call, they say, okay Syah, abang nak cancel. So once you cancel, I have to return you back the full deposit amount within that 3 days.
But that won't be fair to you guys also, right?
Okay, under case trust. Okay, that's why when we take the case trust accreditation, that is the guideline that we have to follow. But in MSR also, one thing we also tak follow that 3 days. We actually, let's say 1 week later pun you call us and you say that you don't want to sign, I'm returning you the back the money.
Walaupun dia actually go for another company.
Yes. For me,
the reason lah.
Yes, for me, for us in MSR, what we do is we don't take customer punya deposit and then we say that it's under the terms and condition. No lah. To be fair lah, pasal it's fair that it's fair that if I take that money and I do some work. Okay, let's say kalau dia dah bayar deposit, customer dah bayar deposit, besok I dah start kerja. Okay, then it's fair. I cannot return you back the money. I dah buat kerja. Tapi I never start anything at your home. Dalam agama kita pun, by right I have to return lah. Pasal it's not right I'm taking money without doing anything.
This is what MSR is practicing lah, guys.
So we are practicing that. We don't take ni. Even for bank loans, kalau customer apply for bank loan, I never ask for deposit. We MSR don't ask for deposit. What we do is that we apply for you the bank loan first, approve, baru you pay us. Tak approve, I cakap you bang, bukan rezeki kita, bukan rezeki you. You can try other time lah. So we don't practice taking customer punya deposit and say it's burnt. No, we give back to you. Kalau let's say you have something urgent lah, we respect your decision, because at the end of the day you are the paymaster of the house. So we respect customer punya views also lah. Okay. Next question kan.
Usually masalah timbul bila part payment. Okay. The next question is about payment, about loan. Yes, about loan. Okay. What's the best way diorang boleh ambil loan? What's your take on this? Loan dengan siapa? How to take a proper loan, and macam mana loan tu akan di-approve, and supaya boleh dielak lah masalah bila part pembayaran, and how much bila nak bayar payment. First aja nak bayar one lump sum, second, third, macam gitu.
Okay.
Okay.
Usually this part is actually normal in every company lah. For bank loan, for example, okay, setahu saya tak ada company yang ada buat in-house loan. Pasal to do in-house loan, you must be approved under Money Authority of Singapore lah, money ni. So you cannot.
Kalau ada yang claim tu, so you have to be.
Pasal you cannot in Singapore punya terms, you cannot give loan anyhow. Pasal once you give loan anyhow, is considered under illegal along lah. So you cannot you cannot take a company yang ada this in-house loan. Pasal usually is bank loan lah. That is the correct way, is bank loan. Okay, for you have young couples yang just finish wedding, anniversary, wedding kahwin, they spend money down there. So what they do when they want to do their home, some of them ada cash. Some of them nak apply loan. So nak apply loan, usually my company, I say about my company first, MSR, what we do is that we will apply for you the loan. Means you bring us all the documents, we will send it for loan approval. So not we apply lah, we actually assisting you in getting all the document, and then we submit to our bankers lah. So we have a few banks that support us. So nanti from there, the bank will come back to us and say that okay, Mr. Ahmad loan is approved. So then the bank will call you also.
Okay, what about pengantin? I mean your client yang tak ada, not working alone. Tak ada kalau you work in the company, you have pay slip everything.
Yes.
Ni orang yang macam kita yang business owner yang tak ada loan, tak ada proper document, for salary lah. Macam mana possible to get loan or not?
Okay, that loan part is based on the bank punya approval. Yeah, so based on my understanding, if you can provide them with notice of assessment of yang you ada business, pasal usually business owner they declare their income and then they have the NOA. So from there the bank will do their job lah. They will check whether whether they can loan you. Pasal is beyond our ni lah.
Still you guys will help.
Say we will help to send the documents for check. So the bank will do the checking. At the end of the day, the one that giving you the loan is the bank. So they will do the ultimate check lah. They will check everything, even to the fine line yang you pernah ada jadi guarantor for someone pun they check. So just take note on that lah, yang everything is being done by the bank. For us, we only assist to collect the documents and then submit to the bank.
Unless you cash in hand lah bayar.
Kalau ada cash in hand, that will be easier lah. But cash in hand, always take note not to pay everything.
Okay.
I have a few cases.
This part, macam mana payment to any ID lah, not yours only, but what is the safest way to pay an ID? Is it okay? ID cakap okay 20,000 quotation, bayar aku 20,000 dulu, then aku move.
Okay, so this is the most important part. Do take note in the quotation. Okay, macam I kata tadi, MSR is a Case Trust accredited. Our quotation is being vet by Case Trust. Okay, so there must be a partial payment. You cannot pay fully to the ID lah. Tapi ada customer, we have received yang customer nak bayar full, but we keep trying to tell them that, oh kak, try to cut. Try to cut. Pasal apa? We want you all to trust us, one thing. The other thing, we all also don't want you to rasa macam rumah aku ni dia buat betul-betul ke tak, ni duit aku semua dah kasih. We don't want that. So what you do is you follow their payment terms. For example, in MSR, our payment terms is the first one is 15%, after that 40, and then 5% at the last stage.
Okay.
Different company have different way, but try to avoid giving a full lump sum. I have some clients yang datang to MSR yang they actually renovated with someone else, but then what happened is that they dah kasih duit banyak, selepuk 30,000, and then the company actually didn't continue the work. So that is a very important part lah. So when you give your money to their payment, to your renovation ID, what you do is give them the break payment. Ask them for the break payment. Berapa payment? Then follow their payment terms lah. When let's say when measuring time, they will ask you for payment, then you pay. You don't give them one lump sum. At the end of the day, it's your money. Takut apa-apa jadilah.
Betul. So it's best to have a like kind of installment. Depends on the level of the work being done.
Yes. And then one more advice also, when you let's say you pay payment, please pay to the correct channel. For example,
correct channel tu macam mana? How do you know? Okay, this is the correct channel.
Okay, for example, when you sign with the company, let's say company A, when you sign with company A, what you do is you ensure that the payment is to that company A bank account.
Okay.
When you have this evidence of transfer, let's say you transfer to company A private limited punya bank account, you have a screenshot of it. Means the bank is doing the transfer for you. Try to reduce of giving. Try not to pay to their worker, pay to their siapa. Directly
pass until later give me the receipt lah.
Yes. So it's not for your safety lah. This one is for your safety. You see, whatever I say is actually an advice, but then at the end of the day it's up to you. So if you're okay, what you do is you take the money, pay to the proper channel, which is, let's say, the company or the admin. The admin will ask for payment, and then ask for the invoice receipt also. You try not to give cash in hand. Lepas tu people will say, oh, I never receive. You see, for example, you buat rumah 30k, you bayar I 20k, you kasih I cash. Nak Syah, pasal I kenal you, I kasih you cash. So anytime you see, orang kenal tak semestinya we are trustable lah. Sekali I bawa pegang tu duit, I hilangkan tu duit halfway. Lepas tu cakap, Panji, you tak share duit. Then you say, I kasih, but then no evidence. So you cannot prove it to the court of law. But if you have a black and white, you can prove it to the court of law yang, I have evidence yang I transfer this guy this amount on this date to the company. Always remember, when you transfer that amount, transfer to the company.
Nowadays kan macam PayNow, you can go pay using the UAN, the business
number. Yes. So transfer directly to the company, not to the ID or I transfer to you personal account. No, transfer to the company, so the company notified yang the payment is received.
Safest way lah.
Safest way. For example, I don't want. We have cases also in outside lah, yang orang transfer dekat the worker pula, that is the last project worker kerja. Next month dia nak kerja tempat lain. So he keep the money, after that dia berhenti. After that the money is not going to the company.
Tak ada evidence.
Tak ada evidence also. So when the company ask for the money, then nanti ada kecoh lah. So try not to avoid all this. Go to the proper channel.
Okay.
For example macam wedding pun. Wedding, you ambil wedding, you have to pay to the company. Wedding company yang you ambil. You tak boleh ambil tu duit kasih kat tukang kendarat ke, tukang cuci pinggan ke, fotografer ke. Tak. You have to take the money, give to the correct person. So your money is well kept and you are being replied with a invoice ataupun receipt.
And whatever is, make sure macam ada proof lah.
Yes, proof of payment.
You snapshot the thing. Kalau host come to us, you ambil gambar dia masa you gitu. Jadilah, at least got evidence lah.
Yes, at least ada evidence lah. But it's much more safer lah. You go to the company proper channel.
Proper pointed.
Yes.
Dia punya admin ke, or the boss itself ke.
Yes, betul. Or the boss itself. But to me, I won't take lah. Usually what I do is I will ask them to transfer to the company. Pasal transfer to the company easier lah. Kita boleh check the records.
Yes.
See all that easy.
Okay, ada lagi tak yang we need to take note about payment? Is there any kita tak tahu tapi you guys selalu ada masalah bila come to payment?
Okay. Payment, I think so far that I covered all that. I think macam I kata lah, just be careful who you pay. That's it.
Okay.
Tu aja. About payment.
Next question kan. Okay, when you approach an ID, right? What is the first two question you need to ask that to prove that okay, ini company I can trust, I can work with? What's the question that the first two question, or maybe what are the question that we need to ask? Okay, this company boleh lah.
Okay, mostly people out there, banyak yang datang to renovation company atau IDs. Okay lah, 90% of our people owns a HDB. Okay, 90% I say 90% of our people owns a HDB. So when you come to ID atau renovation company, please check for their HDB license.
HDB license.
So only HDB license contractor.
How to check?
Nanti kat bawah sini, HDB license contractor.
No, I mean when I go, how to check?
Okay.
I ask you, your HDB license.
Okay, if it's good if you go there and ask one thing. The other thing, if you kalau tak nak go there and ask, what you can do is you go to HDB website under DRC.
DRC.
Directory of Renovation Contractor. Means then you key in the company name. Then it's inside there. So from there you know. Okay, back to what I'm saying. Only approved companies from HDB yang ada accreditation from HDB, then they can renovate your HDB. Must take note of that. Pasal this is it's a very serious matter lah.
All ID boleh renovate HDB?
IDs yang ada renovation contractor, HDB license contractor, then they can renovate your HDB.
ID yang lain semua boleh bikin apa? Dia cuma bikin kondo.
Yes. For example, companies without the HDB license contractor, they only can do condos, private property. They are not allowed to do HDB project. By right lah.
That is by right.
It's a must. It's a ni. Pasal if you are caught not following this, it's an offence lah. The HDB punya regulation. Pasal you must have companies. You must engage companies that ada renovation contractor. Pasal we go for courses, we know certain beam are not allowed. Not certain beam. Any beam are not allowed to be hacked. So we go for all these courses. Pasal if let's say companies yang tak ada, they never go for all these thing. After that you say you nak hack ni beam, orang pun hack. Lepas tu it will disturb the structure of the HDB. So it's against HDB punya regulation lah. So companies yang ada HDB license contractor, there you go. They can renovate your HDB.
If you want to renovate HDB, your house, your new house, to get an ID yang ada HDB license.
Yes.
Check it out. under the HDB website.
Yes.
For the license.
Approve license. So under the HDB website it indicate there. Pasal there's a pointer demerit system, pointer system. So kalau let's say that company is banyak buat problem, HDB will demerit, kasi diorang demerit points. So from there you all see down there. So you all see the ID down there. Make sure they have the HDB license.
Okay. Lagi satu, suddenly my ada question ni. Kalau kontraktor ID ni cakap beli ini dapat TV, beli ini dapat kereta, beli ini package ni dapat rumah. Is that a true tarikan ataupun so you have to be careful? Ini semua macam scam ke apa? Kontraktor ID bagi macam-macam hadiah lah. So betul ke ini semua?
If you see in this market renovation, there's a lot of companies. So to compete with each other, that's where they have this hadiah, cabutan bertuah, free gift, all that. So that is normal, that is okay. Cuba just be careful on certain things lah. Like for example, things that are too good to be true. Too good to be true, you tak mau ni lah. Kalau dia kata, oh you renovate with us, you dapat satu HDB atau satu banglo, atau dapat hadiah yang terlampau, more than what you are spending, so you have to really check on it lah. I'm not too sure, atau I'm not condemning it. Cuba you guys have to really check on it whether it's true or not. Tapi kalau it's true, just go ahead. Pasal end of the day, kalau you menang pun ni apa? So you try to really tengok on ni. Tapi macam benda too good to be true lah. Kalau let's say dia kata dapat buat renovation dapat satu banglo, then merapik lah. Tapi kalau let's say dia kata, I think there's some company yang buat yang you do renovation with us, nanti ada lucky draw to win a car. Some companies are doing that. So it's true. I think some companies are doing it. I saw. So ni lah. By the way,
legit lah, itu
legit lah. So just make sure that you guys be careful and read everything first lah. Bila tengok review, go back to their Facebook and check their review. Pasal when customer review, lagi-lagi customer yang tulis panjang punya review, means they are really sincere in writing it. So if you tengok, for example MSR punya, we have customer reviewing us. All the testimonial you tengok, you baca, then you have, pasal ada orang belum lagi buat, diorang tak percaya. Tapi bila dah buat, diorang, oh yes, betul, they are like this. So from there what you do is you refer to your friends that this is a trustable company.
And ID company yang dah lama lah, macam MSR dah 9 tahun. So that tell their quality of work, their performance lah.
Yes.
So ada yang ID macam baru sebulan, 2 bulan, that you have to be careful lah, betul?
Yes, you just check on them lah. So you see kan, like macam I kata, I'm not condemning any other company, any competitor. At the end of the day, we are here to do business also. They are 1 month, they might be someone like me. Dulu bila I start 1 month ago,
they are good.
Few years back when I'm 1 month old, so people trust me. So the same trust should be given to them, to the new youngster yang nak buat business. But when before you have to really check lah.
Be careful lah.
Just be careful on that. Make sure that usually it's about money lah.
Payment.
So payment terms, you try to give them following their terms ataupun ni. Make sure and ensure that they update you constantly. Let's say diorang pasang, dia dah bayar this amount, make sure that they update you this constantly, then okay, shouldn't be a problem.
So how do you work? Macam dah first time bayar, ni nak kena buat. So every time dah buat ataupun dah hacking dah habis, you ambil gambar bagi diorang.
For MSR Interior Design, what we do till today, we if let's say you sign with us, for example, I have a few coordinators lah, my guys, my designer. What they do is they will run project. Not me. They will run project. I have some client yang buat sign sama I. Ni. So what you do is bila time dorang dah buat renovation ni, they will add me inside the WhatsApp group. So in every WhatsApp group that my company do, I'm inside. So I'm actually taking note on whatever happened down there. So what happened is that, let's say Nari hacking, they will constantly update yang today hacking. After that my guys will give the timeline. Lepas hacking ni 1 week timeline, next week this is what we are doing. So customer notified. And by right you are welcome to come to your place. Pasal it's your house.
Yeah, you need to
tak? You dah sign sama kita pun, you tak mau takut, oh diorang buat rumah lah, tak mau kacau. No, it's not like that.
ID macam itu, don't disturb me, don't come, don't
ada ID yang buat gitu, oh tak boleh datang. No. Try. We MSR is not like that. At the end of the day, you guys, that's your home. Yeah. Your money. Anytime you want to come, go and take a look. Don't worry, pasal MSR we really take care of the site. Whatever we update you is based on the life. Whatever happened that day lah.
Usually a good ID will do that lah. They got nothing to hide.
Yes, we have nothing to hide. So what we do is we invite customer. You can come. Let's say you are working, you can come at night. Bawa torchlight tengok pun boleh. No problem.
Jangan dapat benda lain sudah.
Tak lah.
Malam-malam torchlight.
Tak lah, insyaAllah tak. So what you do is datang tengok your rumah and you know that diorang kata dah install. Okay, means datang tengok. Nothing wrong. Keep asking question. Let's say diorang dah pasang kabinet. If you think that the cabinet is not to your design that we have discussed earlier on, sound off. Tak mau nanti dah habis, then problem. For example, you datang tu, alamak, that time kita dah discuss L shape apa, kenapa dia kasih kita just 10 feet?
So dah terlambat kan?
Dah terlambat. So you dah sampai, you tengok, terus bro, can I check with you kenapa 10 feet kan I minta L shape? Then from there we can rectify the issue before major thing happen. Pasal renovation is a domino effect tau. Kalau let's say something sangkut down here, the rest of the timeline will be jam. So it's a domino. Pasal we need this project this process to finish, this part to finish, followed by another part. Another part habis, baru another part boleh masuk. Tapi kalau satu jam,
the delay lah.
Semua berjam.
So take note lah. Jangan malu-malu kalau you guys say, this is not the colour I want. Just sound off. Betul tak?
Betul.
Kadang it's not they purposely make mistake. Sometimes it's just tersilap.
Yes. So these are all human error lah. So let's say kalau you choose, maybe kalau putih macam pokok ni, bunga ni. Sekali sampai kita letakkan you kalau hijau. You know that is wrong, straight away terus tanya. Then we can rectify the thing ni.
Tak payah maki-maki, tak payah marah-marah.
Tak payah marah-marah. Pasal when that thing is, you nampak, you cakap, we can rectify. Pasal at the end of the day, the contract stated that you ask for white. So you don't have to worry, you masuk court pun you menang. Kalau you maki, you kecam, then problem lah.
Both stress, both
jangan stress. So whatever happen, whatever problem that you face in the renovation site, your site, straight away call the ID. Cakap, bro, kan I cakap I nak putih, kenapa ni hijau? So sometimes the ID buat betul, but then the supplier hantar barang salah. Betul. So must take note on that. Try to settle the thing between each other lah.
Mistake can happen.
Sometimes mistake happen lah. Kadang-kadang. I tak cakap tak. Sometimes hiccups happen yang barang when order too much sekali, carpentry rumah Denny terhantar rumah Denny. Sometimes happen. Pasal apa yang delivery driver hantar tersalah. So sekali that happen. So what we do is we will just swap, change. No problem. Not a big issue lah on that.
Okay. So basically, I mean, talk and you not happy, just talk and jangan post kat Facebook. Alamak dia ni, aku minta ini gini pula. Betul?
Yeah, try.
Tak kena gitu.
So far, alhamdulillah, MSR until today we have when customer sign, kita ada this selection list. So whatever they want, they select semua dah ada, they will counter sign below. So we have already done our part at the earlier stage lah. So insyaAllah before that thing happen, kita dah ni. But I tak boleh cakap lah, future we might not know, something might happen.
Yes.
Just message atau call the ID. Bro, there's some error, can you please rectify? Pasal kadang-kadang owner order kipas ni, kipas color hitam sampai kipas color coklat.
Yes.
So sometimes it's not our fault, it's not the supplier fault, it's the packaging fault from maybe the fan is from China atau from other country, dorang packaging salah. Jadi benda tu sampai salah. So it's okay, you just tell us, kita buka, just tukar.
Relax bagi tahu diorang, ini salah bro, okay tukar.
Yes.
Kalau diorang mati-mati, ini memang kau minta lah.
Yes.
Kau nak post kat Facebook, go ahead.
No, kalau let's say that ID is not being responsible ataupun tak nak settle for you, call the boss. That's why the boss is inside.
Yes.
Usually I have customer yang straight away call me, I will give.
Itu yang dia busy sangat tu.
Yes.
Yang buat dia busy.
Usually.
But so far, just a small matter lah.
Small matter. Usually they will settle between the coordinator, my guys, and and the customer. It won't reach out to me lah. Kalau let's say reach out to me, maybe a big major issue. Baru it need my decision to say that okay, we change everything for you. Okay. Pasal to do that decision kan macam in Singapore the president doing the reserve to write off the reserve, baru presiden buat kan. In MSR I'll be the last one to write.
The boss will override the thing.
Yeah, override the thing. Tapi insyaAllah lah, we will try our best to ensure that our customer happy. If you see our reviews from the start, we have been starting since 7 years ago. So all reviews are all very good lah so far.
Good. You don't believe? Check. I think that's one thing you need to know. You need to do before you get an ID kan. Check their reviews, check their testimonial. How long they are in there, been doing this business. Okay, boss, what's your final word to viewers out there yang nak engage a ID? What should they do? I mean, what should they elakkan daripada ada masalah? Your final word, your final tips and
my final tips and advice for young couples, or in fact makcik-makcik, pakcik-pakcik ataupun kakak-kakak, abang-abang yang nak buat rumah. The first thing that you have to do is first you dah confirm your design, you nak buat apa. You have ideas nowadays, you can tengok website, you can tengok photos, get a screenshot of it, head down to the ID yang you prefer. How to check the ID yang you prefer? For example, number one, I say go to the HDB license, HDB website and see their their accreditation, and then you tengok when you go to their Facebook, they have their accreditation. They are KSTRAS, they are RCMA, all the accreditation is there. Check their review. If you think that your gut feeling is strong, oh, this company can do, head down to their place. From there, then you get the quotation. Dah dapat quotation, that's where you compare, you get a few other quotation, then you see. Sometimes the quotation might not be cheap. For example, you go to company A, quotation is very cheap. Company B, dia ada accreditation, quotation dia a little bit expensive. But then you have to compare. When you go cheap with no accreditation, no HDB license, and maybe the company is just new, maybe 1 year old, doesn't mean that the company tak boleh buat, ataupun doesn't mean that murah is good. So you must really weigh on all the thing. Usually reviews lah, customer will check back on the reviews based on our previous customer. You all will see, then from there you all will nilaikan sendiri lah which one is best.
Okay boss, the burp. Okay boss, if viewers out there nak contact you, nak to know more about you and your company lah,
boleh.
What are the platform they can go to?
Okay, for example, if you guys want to check out MSR Interior Design, you can go to our Facebook page, MSR Interior Design, our Instagram page, MSR Interior Design, our website, msrinteriordesign.com, and then our TikTok, MSR Interior Design. Okay, kita ada TikTok juga kat dalam sana.
I think can they go to your Facebook, your personal Facebook?
You can. Okay, anyone down there kalau nak pergi my personal Facebook, nanti kat bawah sini, Muhammad Syairan Rohajat, you can contact me, see me there, add me friend. Banyak orang kata don't tengok muka I bengis. No, I'm actually a friendly guy. You guys rasa nak jumpa, nak ajak minum kopi pun boleh. To me, everyone is the same. Doesn't matter what status you are. You nak ajak I duduk kopi, nak ajak I makan, I can come, no problem.
Belanja makan pun boleh.
Belanja makan pun boleh, no problem.
Betul.
There's no line yang you're a boss, there's no such thing lah. So you rasa nak call me down, call me, I can meet you guys.
Perkenalan dulu sebelum engage dia punya service.
Yes, betul. Tapi yang ni lah,
as a couple lah, jangan solo-solo.
Yes, no solo pasal I dah married. I'm married with one daughter. So for those of you out there yang nak inquiry about renovation, you can contact me personally at my number, atau you can also contact my company line at 9778-1234.
Okay, one more time boss.
9778-1234. MSR Interior Design Private Limited. Okay,
thank you boss, thank you so much for coming over.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Selitkan masa untuk do this podcast with me.
Yes, insyaAllah.
Okay guys, this podcast will be uploaded into YouTube, Podcast with Panji, the Boss Edition, and also will be in Spotify soon, and will definitely be in my FB page, Senyum Manis Production. Okay, this is for you guys to you know, if you guys nak some tips, some advice, you can just go into my Facebook and the other platform to learn and to see what our boss here have shared with you. Because being new in this, you just get married, I'm sure you're new in this line of getting an ID, not sure what to do, what to say, what to ask. Hopefully this video will help you guys lah. And I hope that you guys can share this video. And don't forget, if you need ID, ini bukan promote. I believe I've been working with Syahiran very long time. Did his testimonial video for many years before.
Yes.
And
he knows me. That's why I was that day when he called me to come down for this podcast. I tell him that he's part of my growth. Why I say that is because when I was the newbie in the industry, he's the guy that took photo for my company. Yes. Dia ambil gambar, dia buat interview with my owners. So he's the, without him, without that video, no one knows MSR.
Yeah, just one small video. No.
Just a small. Dia buatkan video. No one knows us. So when you say I'm a grateful guy, where I know that they are part of my growth. Yeah. Why? Pasal everyone yang contribute in my journey is part of my growth. So when because of him, I get to get more clients. When they buat video for me, video go out to Facebook, Instagram, people watch. It's not only my part, he also did his part to make sure that the video is being done properly. So everything is in my journey. Everyone that comes is my growth lah.
Guys,
even my customer out there, my customer yang dah sign sama I, dah pernah buat sama I pun, you guys are my growth. Pasal without you guys, without your review, without your trust, we cannot be here where we are today lah. So my growth is not because of me, it's because of you, my customer, and also my staff. I always be saying, a captain without his crew, he is nothing.
Yes, you need to meet dia punya team. Dia punya team memang awesome. Semua very friendly guy. Yeah. So muka dia tak senyum, tapi you see now, he's very friendly guy. Dia punya team pun awesome. So no issue, no obligation kan?
Yes, there's no obligation. Kalau you nak tanya, just tanya. Pasal dia you tak sign tak apa. Pasal I always believe in one thing, rezeki Allah yang kasih.
Betul.
Jadi kita tak payah risau. We won't force you to sign. We won't push you to sign. Kita kasih quotation, you decide, husband and wife tengok, you rasa okay, baru you come to us.
Yes. So you can use that quotation untuk go for another place.
Yes, can go
to compare.
Yeah, to compare, bring quotation, compare. Yeah.
There's no secret about it.
Yes, there's no secret, because at the end of the day, if you have nothing to hide, you are no need to be afraid.
Yes, betul. Yes. And before Panji go off, right, macam the first one yang kita cakap, tak semua ID Melayu penipu.
Betul.
So you guys need to find the correct one and be smart when choosing one. Betul, boss?
Betul.
Yeah, okay. With that note, Panji end the podcast with Assalamualaikum. Kita jumpa lagi